Madden League. This team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. Come on. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi.
Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. On first down, Mahomes forced out to his left. He'll run it. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, 43, 15. Come back. 2, 6.
Working from the gun, Mahomes flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sua Cravens. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
43. You got tight right there. Charlie. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. Hey, Ripple.
And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Mahomes now to throw. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Flush to his right. Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. Mahomes now on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. From 8 yards out, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point try good by Gano, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Now on 2nd and 13. Murray, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
Yellow, on the line.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Steps away. Looking left sideline, it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. To throw, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gano the extra point. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
He's going to let this go deep for Lee, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
If you rank 1 from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, 1 from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 of 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. Now Murray off play action. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row.
Yellow.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
Yellow. Smoke. 57 colors.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Mahomes in the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on fourth.
Hey, 43, 15. Yellow. Check. Flag down.
Here we go, fourth down, Mahomes. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. Mahomes now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. Out to his left. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano for the extra point.
It's my boy.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Panthers 21, Cardinals 7.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check three. Switch. Get him on. West. Big gap. 2 seconds.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now this time Murray to throw it. And this is incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Alert 3. Under coach.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Pretty sizable gain of 8 that time on the keeper, but now it's 4th down. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down, eluding the pressure right. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Check 26, check 26. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
49, check 49, check 49.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 85 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
Here we go, here we go.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Johnson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They go to Johnson again. There he goes inside the 30. The 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there, with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. And all of a sudden, we've got a ball game. They get the touchdown, then on the kickoff, they get another touchdown, picking up the fumble, taking it to the house in just a matter of moments. 2 quick scores, Charles.
Every time we start to neglect special teams and big plays that occur off of them, something like this happens that reminds us we've got ourselves a game now.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now?
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A big play there. 66 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Check 24. 56, Mike, 56. Watch the run, watch the run. Watch. 56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check 56.
Now on 2nd and 13. Murray. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it with Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
He's yellow. He's checking crack. Kill.
Now here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious? And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Fairbairn good with the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, you picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Attack, attack! I got it.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that will be incomplete. There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. All day, baby. All day.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. He's got his man. It's Williams. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. Murray now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Check 56. Don't get nervous. Mike's 56. Here we go, D. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Target.
Throwing on 2nd down. Murray. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd and a couple. Mahomes dancing to his left. He's got a man complete. A big play there for Carolina. 42 yards. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
You got nothing. 15. 43. Lucky.
On first down, Mahomes. And his pass incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Hey, 43, 15. Go, Mike 34. Right there.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. He's going to let this one. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Vince Beagle, the one to bring him down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Shot. Go. Exit.
To throw is Murray. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Marquise Lee, 89 yards. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. So here's a big play for the Cardinals as they'll go for 2.
56 to Mike. 56. Mike, 56 right there. 56. Let's put him on.
Murray to throw. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. One play has them up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10.
Attack. Hey, 43.
To throw is Mahomes. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
43.
Back to throw, Mahomes. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Oh, and you can forget overtime. This is going to be a safety in the final minute of the game. Oh, my. And I don't know that I've ever seen a tie game decided in the final seconds because of a safety.
It's just an absolute disaster, Brandon. You're thinking you're going to at least get yourself to overtime. But how about this defense? They said, we're going to take matters into our own hands, and this will be an unbelievable victory if it holds up.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Cards, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Carolina, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.